In this video, I'm going to be showing you 4 high run strategies, one for each run based map from Black Ops Cold War Zombies. Reaching that run 100 mark or going even beyond is not only iconic to this day, but there are also related Dark Ops challenges. The Another Run calling card is given to the player after reaching round 100 for the first time, while the Reaper of the Undead challenge requires 1 million overall zombie kills. To this day, high runs are the best way to get the most kills in the least amount of time, so I selected the strategies that I find the best, safest or fastest from Die Maschine, Fire Red Z, Mauer der Toten and Forsaken to present them to you. But before jumping straight into the first map, I want to show some overall tips that apply to every single one. Firstly, and this is a no-brainer, you will perform better if your things upgraded to tier 5, like the tier 2 and 4 abilities of Mule Kick to never run out of ammo, the tier 5 ability of Elemental Pop to cause an electric burst around you with every reload, or even the tier 5 ability of Shatter Blast Chain Explosion can make a huge difference. But I couldn't name anything, except Tombstone. I think it's completely useless, so don't even bother buying it. Secondly, if you are only aiming to reach round 200 at max, I highly recommend using the Casimir Black Hole Grenades. They are not only your escape plan but can recharge your activated Ring of Fire. But if you want to do a crazy high run, decoys or stuns are the way to go. As the third tip, I recommend setting prioritized reload next to interact reload behavior in your control settings. If you're playing with mouse and keyboard, the key bindings are already in your favor so you don't pick up any random thing when you want to reload. Lastly, the enemy's health cap around 55, and at this point every zombie on the map will be super sprinting. This means you will do the same thing after the health cap, nothing gets harder whatsoever, you will only get more zombies per round. But for some reason, if you are playing too fast on any map, the game will crash later on, so around 600, and I know this sounds crazy, you have to do something like this. I want to thank JScrime for clarifying some of my high run tips, but that's for the overall tips, so without any further ado, let's jump straight into Die Maschine. The first thing you want to do is make sure you have Ring of Fire tier 5 as your field upgrade. Your starting weapon doesn't really matter at all, just use it with the Shatter Blast ammo mod. Your main weapon is going to be the normal DIE Shockwave, but fully packed. Since season 6 we have been able to do this, making the DIE super useful. I also recommend having a War Machine support on you all the time alongside Molotovs. So the strategy takes place in the penthouse, and keeping this door closed throughout your entire game is very important. Stand close to this corner, and at the beginning of every run you want to use the Shatter Blast on the wall when it's full of zombies. This way you should have your Ring of Fire charged up. If not, do a little loop with your War Machine and fire a single shot to get it ready. But once it's ready, immediately activate it. From this point just shoot twice or more in front of you or to your left with the Shockwave. Then use its sucking alternate function to refill your ammo and shoot again. Just repeat this until your Ring of Fire runs out. On the early runs, a single Ring of Fire will be enough, supported with the War Machine. But on a higher run, you're gonna need multiple Ring of Fire activations, so this is what you should do. Start the run normally with the Shatter Blast and activate your Ring of Fire. Then spam the Shockwave until the Ring of Fire runs out. Once that happens, pull out your War Machine and do a little loop like me in the footage. Then shoot once or twice. This should charge the field upgrade back up. Then activate it again and use the Shockwave. You may have to repeat this several times until the round ends. So when you get insta kills, you can use the Shockwave normally to clear the runs. Don't be shy to spam it like a madman. Also, do not forget to buy a new War Machine between runs. I usually did it when it had less than 6 ammo. If you follow the same route, you can get back in time before the next run starts. Most of my downs came from running out of War Machine in the middle of the run, so when it happens, Casimirs are your best choice alongside decoys. But if you take a down, quickly throw your tactical and buy back your perks. Then jump down to the ground floor and use the Ether portal to repair your armor. Use the portal back up, and if you still have Casimirs, you can buy self-revive, support or anything from the crafting table. But if you don't, quickly run back upstairs, keep doing the strategy, and buy back your things once the round ends. Now let's quickly talk about special enemies. You can fasten up the Plague Hound runs if you stand next to this wooden column. This will force them to spawn into the penthouse so you can end the round in seconds. The Megatons may seem a much bigger problem at first glance, but don't worry, that's why we have the Molotovs. So when a Megaton spawns in, you are either standing in Ring of Fire or you have time to spam the War Machine to have Ring of Fire. Then clear the way with the Shockwave to throw a Molotov at the Megaton. Due to the insane damage boost, this will be enough to kill it. But if it won't die, you still have the Shockwave to finish them off, or leave the building with the help of the Casimir, Get back there and keep doing the strategy. When the Megaton arrives again, you will have Ring of Fire to finish them off. But that's pretty much it, so let's move to Firebase Z. On Firebase Z, your primary weapon is going to be a fully packed Reiki, and make sure your field upgrade is Ring of Fire tier 5. The weapon I recommend spawning in with is the M60 with the following class. You can use the Stoner if you prefer that. With a similar build, we just need something for the order runs after run 30. The strategy takes place in the data center balcony. This is where you will camp, and I consider this the safest but slowest out of the 4. The only way to speed it up a little bit is by keeping this door closed, making the spawns more concentrated. So all you have to do is to stand on the right side of the door, close to the ledge, and use the Reiki's alternate fire to shoot an orb inside the door. Then switch back to normal fire mode and shoot the orb until it explodes. Then switch back to the alternate fire, deploy the orb, switch and repeat. You should always keep an eye on your ammo, because when you have less than 20 in your magazine, instead of detonating the orb, you should just charge it up and take the time to reload. The orb not only damages the zombies, but without a detonation it slows them down. You won't have any issues surviving without Ring of Fire up until the health cap, but I recommend using it all the time after round 55. Some other things to keep in mind: your support doesn't matter at all. I ran Chopper Gunner, but this is only a safety measurement if you get trapped. You don't have to worry about ammo or armor, because the drop rate is super high, so if you need something, just shoot the orb, run into the horde and gather anything you want. But if you fall off the ledge or maybe throws you off, just run inside, throw a Casimir and get back to your spot. And if you take a down, throw a Casimir and then use the jump pad. After landing, follow the same route I took in the footage to reach the portal. In the spawn you can repair your armor and buy all the perks from the Wonder Feast if you throw your tactical again. Then you can easily get back to the data center by using the portal, then this jump pad outside of stamina up to continue the strategy. On every 10th or 11th round, you're gonna get something called Assault Waves when you have to defend a reactor from an Orda. You have to make sure you have your Ring of Fire ready when this round happens, but if not, kill the horde coming out of the portals to charge it up. Then you should have enough time inside the ring to defeat the boss and end the special run. You can even throw Casimirs to survive. Now there's something you should know of. The Orda's health acts reverse, meaning the higher round you are on, the less health it has. I had trouble defeating it on round 40s and 50s, but I had no problem after round 60s. On round 43, I purposefully let it break the Ether reactor since the round finishes anyway. The only downside is activating it again if you need Pack a Punch. But everything else stays the same, even Wonder Fist can be used, so it's your call to let this happen, but I do not recommend it on a higher round. Okay, so that's pretty much it for Firebase Z, so now let's jump straight into Maur der Toten. The Maur der Toten strategy is inside Hotel Room 305, which opens after a brain-rotten zombie tears down the barricaded door. Your primary weapon is going to be the M79, so fully pack a punch and put Shatter Blast on it. The PhD Slider perk is crucial to survive, but not as crucial as your field upgrade, Frost Blast tier 5. Your secondary weapon must be the Ray Gun, but this is only a safety measurement alongside the War Machine support. If you want, you can get the Wonder weapon to clear the early runs with style, but it doesn't really matter. But now let's talk about this strategy, which is incredibly fast, and you will rarely get any Disciples or Manglers in this spot. All you need to do is stand in this corner and move the M79's crosshair onto the door frame. Then the explosion, supported by Shatter Blast, will cover both rooms. This way you can stun the zombies and recharge your Frost Blast. So when you have 3 charges, you can activate it and instantly kill every zombie nearby. And that's the strategy. Just sit in the corner, use the M79 until you can use Frost Blast, and repeat until the round ends. But just to make sure you won't run out of ammo, let the zombies inside the room before activating Frost Blast for some drops in front of you. After the round ends, you should leave the room to repair your armor at the closest armor station and use the zipline to buy a new War Machine if needed. Do not forget to do this after every round, because if your armor breaks, you're most likely gonna go down due to the insane zombie spawns. Also, you can start running this strategy at any given round, and there's no difference between early rounds and super high rounds. For mentor rounds are super easy, basically a free round skip. Just stand inside the room and use your ray gun. But now let's talk about the special enemy of the map, the Krasny Soldat. You can already see it through the wall when it spawns thanks to depth perception, and this is what you should do. You must stop it from entering the room, so throw a tactical and start throwing Semtexes until it dies. You can pull out your War Machine or activate Frost Blast to keep yourself safe. Keep in mind there are going to be multiple Krasny Soldats on a single run after a certain point. Now let's see what you should do if you take it down. This is why we need the ray gun and the tier 5 quick revive, so killing a normal zombie will revive you. Then quickly run outside of the room and repair your armor. Once done, go to the main street through the Cobra building and back to the Wonderfizz machine. Use the zipline and as soon as you are on top, throw a tactical and buy back your perks. Now quickly leave the building and head back to the hotel room 305 to continue the strategy. We reached the final part of this video and our final map, Forsaken. Make sure you start your game with the Aether Shroud field upgrade. This time your starting weapon doesn't really matter at all, but the M79 can make the insta-kill run super convenient later. Now you have two options: go through the portal and do your setup at your own pace, get weapons and things like that, or stay in the spawn until like round 30. I chose the latter because getting the ray gun from the mystery box has a higher chance at higher runs, and that's gonna be our main weapon. Not only that, but staying in the spawn for 30 or 35 rounds only takes around 25 minutes and you get a lot of points and a start ahead. If you want to stay here, this is what you should do. Buy or gather some decoys and get a death machine after round 11. Also buy Death Perception and camp in this corner. Now ADS with the death machine and slowly kill the zombies running in front of you. When your death machine runs out, activate Aether Shroud to reach the crafting table and throw decoys to buy a new one. Then use another Aether Shroud to get back to your spot and just repeat this. The Abomination may seem a big problem after round 15, but if you use the combination of your decoys and field upgrade, their purple head is so vulnerable they stand no chance against a death machine. But now onto the main strategy. When you go through the portal, save a last zombie and activate Pack-a-Punch. Then using Aether Shroud, go through this door to access a secret area with Ronald Reagan inside. That's his official name. Okay, so you can do its pizza delivery side quest for a chance of a free ray gun, but I usually just go with the mystery box. So get rid of Ronald to stand at the back of the room because this is where you are going to camp for the rest of the game. Also change your field upgrade to Ring of Fire and make sure you always have a War Machine, Semtexes and Casimirs. Stand close to this corner and as soon as the round starts, keep firing with the ray gun and throw a few Semtexes while jumping to kill the most zombies. Once your Ring of Fire is ready, activate it and kill the zombies with the ray gun. All of them are going to run straight in front of you. After the ring runs out, quickly start throwing Semtexes again. At this point the round either ends or you must activate the field upgrade again. And that's the strategy. Just stand inside the room, inside the ring, spam the ray gun and use the Semtexes to charge it back up. You can get back the ring much safer if you throw a Semtex and then pull out your War Machine as soon as it runs out. And once the round ends, run outside and grab back your things from the crafting table. A new War Machine, Casimirs, Semtexes, and you can also repair your armor at the back of the main street. Okay, now let's see what to do if an Abomination spawns. Just run this strategy normally and when it gets close to the entrance, throw a Casimir inside, close to the door frame. This, combined with the damage boosted ray gun, will be enough to slow it down and eventually kill it. If not, throw another Casimir and keep shooting until it dies. Keep in mind, after a certain run you will get multiple Abomination spawns, but only one at a time. Lastly, this is what you should do if you get it down. Throw a Casimir in front of you and jump inside the portal. You will be teleported near the main street where you must repair your armor and buy back Quick Revive. Then get on top of the Quick Revive building and use the zipline to the observation tower. Go through the portal, which will take you to the amplifier, and follow the same route as me in the footage to reach the Wonderfizz. Throw another Casimir, buy back your perks and jump inside the black hole again. Now use the same route you took to get here and get back to your high run spot. And that's pretty much it for this video and for every high run. Hope you find it useful, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe and comment on what's your highest round is in Cold War Zombies. Anyways, thank you all so for watching and see you in the next one.